Now, I've just sorted out the thing in the chat as well. So if you do exclamation mark brackets, then you will get the brackets updated. I've literally raced home. I was running late, and that's why the stream started a bit late. And everything is a little bit up in the air this evening. But we are going to start on the red team.
The confused Jebro. Angel Chaos
It's
already in the enemy base.
He's going for it.
Disrespect knocking over GW2.
He's playing a Dagger Elementalist with the usual utilities. Nothing different really with the traits at all. Going for the Fiery Greatsword there as well. Pretty normal, pretty regular build there. Honey then is also playing Staff Elementalist with the Pirate Rune and changing up, of course, Blasting Staff in that Arcana tree line. Just having a look if there's anything else there. Not really, but you know, supportive. Very supportive. Condition removal. Also good at decapping points as well as holding on to the cap as well. We do see, just as a note, like 55 HP monks wise, Carso playing the Cleric's Amulet from time to time, which is very tanky. But this build, you can actually do some nice damage and build up some nice fields and might stacking for the rest of the team as well as herself at different points in time in conjunction with maybe Knight as well.
And you're pretty good at just, if we develop into a big mid fight, then Honey can just stand on the side, have an eye on the back point, but still be engaged in the mid fight because of the ridiculous range of the staff.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, the Fiery Greatsword is good. It's just, yeah, if she can get into the mid and then jump back, we're using Lightning Flash and also, like you said, with the Fiery Greatsword as well.
From Angel Chaos, not from herself.
From Angel Chaos, yes, indeed. That's a very good point. A very good point, because she will be running the Elemental. Going over to Knight Junior, he's going to be playing Sharp Warrior. He's not going for the Fear Me. He's actually going to go for On My Mark this time, and he's going to be going with the Battle Standards as well. So he's going to go for the lower cooldown on My Mark, of course. And he's playing the Sword Warhorn with the Longbow, of course. So he's going to be removing conditions, also doing some nice healing as well with those shouts from time to time. The base on that being 2.2k. Yeah, 2k, that's right. Oh, I remembered that number without even looking over the top.
Nice.
That's impressive. So good, really good in supporting, but you know, in 1v1s, he's good at sustaining the fight, but damage of the Shout Warrior is kind of limited unless they are starting to build up those might stacks. Want to try and get involved in the team fights where possible to actually use that banner to help support the team. Then going over to Carver, and no doubt he's playing bombs. Indeed, he is playing bombs, and with the grenade kit and also the elixir gun there, opting to go for power shoes instead of going into the invigorating speed, which I kind of like myself as well, and going for the celestial rifle build, but more based around the power shoes trait, and he's also going to go with a bit more protection. So he's got the protective shield trait in there on the inventions line, as well as alchemy, which is going to be protection injection. So you get a lot with the bombs. You're going to be on point as well, and you can face tank a little bit more damage because you got that reduction of 33% as well. So that's pretty nice because you want to have that if you're using bombs from time to time. So not bad little builds. And then finally, good timing, Abs, because we're not far away from getting this game started. Panic Strike build from the Thief there. He's obviously going to be running with Dagger Pistol and going with the Rune of the Pack and also the Berserker's Amulet. Wants to be careful because he's going to be quite squishy. He's going for the standard utilities as well because he's gone for the Infiltrator Signet there, as well as obviously Basilisk Venom. Needs to be quite careful in these fights versus the other team because we actually, especially since they've got two Thieves.
Yeah, and we're going to have a look at that one. I'll make it quick so you can tell these guys to ready up. That's going to take a bit anyways. First off, we have Eternia on the side of DraGunners, the blue team. Eternia playing a Dagger Celestial Elementalist. Pretty much the same build we've seen on the other side in the hands of Angel Chaos. Then Elcor is playing a Shoutbow Warrior Celestial with the Battle Standard. Again, pretty much the same as on the other side. Gnoon is playing a Rifle Celestial Engineer with the Peg Rune. And a bit of a different trade spread, and is going for the Slick Shoes and not the Bomb Kit. 60044 on that one. And then we have two Thieves, one being Drazé, who just does not want to stop playing different classes. One class after the other. Did he hear us last time?
Didn't he play in the Sura Thief as well?
I have never seen Drazé on a Thief as far as I'm aware.
I've seen him on Thief once, I think.
Really? I can't remember.
Maybe I just expect it now because it's him.
I said last time that. Oh yeah, you said right up. I said last time that Thief is one of the classes that I haven't seen Dreze on. And there he goes, is on the Thief. Playing double Thief, he's on the Panic Strike. And then the other one, Karzer. That's a bit more, yeah, Karzer on the Thief, that's kind of what you assume he's playing. He is playing the same build, Panic Strike, with the dagger pistol.
So two Panic Strike builds, ouch. A lot of immobilize. Okay, they got the Condia removal and whatnot on the other team as well. Oh, this is going to be quite painful,
I would have thought that if you go for 2 Thieves, you might as well mix it up a bit and at least go for 1 Executioner.
Yeah,
but
that's why
I have to say, I can understand people not wanting to play without Shadow's Embrace.
Shadow Refuge is... Did we have 2 Shadow? I'm guessing we definitely would have 2 Shadows. Yeah,
it's same utility, same elite, same trade spread, same everything.
I mean, the thing is, it would have been nice, actually, if they did travel together, just going for like the far point and the start, like having that double immobilize, okay, fair enough. But the fact that one of them could be Executioner, like you said, and burst them down even quicker, I mean, they're still going to have a lot of damage, I guess. So it's not too big of an issue.
I mean,
but
if you roam together, you don't really need the double proc on the Panic Strike.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit...
That's just overkill.
Wasted. Well, yeah, overkill.
Yeah.
And annoying for the other team. As well as yourselves. But
although,
yeah,
which is Sauron guy you can choose in the personal story said there's no such thing as overkill?
Oh, yeah.
Can't remember which one. Would have been cool, but I don't have law knowledge.
Well, you had that bit of knowledge.
Yay! You know. Because I have an Asura of every class and had to go through at least that to get them into PvP. So yeah, I know that bit.
You did well. I think you did well. So while we're waiting for these guys to ready up, if you've just joined the stream, the ESL Weekly Cup in the EU is trying something a bit different at the moment. We're going for a different rotation. Faux Fire first, Temple second, and then Forest is going to be the third.
It'll be interesting to see how the double Thief setup on the side of DraGunners works out. I always wanted to play double Thief, but yeah, you need to have 2 Thieves that really work well together, and I have to say, it's going to be interesting to see if they work in that class combination we see on the side of DraGunners. But now, let's open up with the first game. It's Faux Fire. No, it's not the second match. It's the first rotation change. We have DraGunners on the blue side versus Focus Sauron on the red.
We are going to see that double Thief actually going to the far node and dropping into that SR there, Draze and also Karzers. And Angel Chaos is going to have a bit of an issue maybe, but we are going to see more members joining him. Abs is actually...
Oh, Honey's taken out almost instantaneously. Just nice. Barely remembers to put out the... what's it called?
Armor of
Earth. Really? I forget that already. It's been too long not playing Guild Wars 2 this week.
I wouldn't worry about it too much, mate. But Drez is there. Look at that placement from the AoE there on the SR. Drez was literally in the only spot where he wasn't going to get done by that. That's awesome movement from him. Karz's actually got away out of that fight while everyone was being distracted, and is possibly... No, he's not going to get the decap. They're very close, though.
Not quite. In mid now, it developed into 1v1 that is just pretty much keeping it neutral. And the double Thief team is still on the far node. We have Draze. Wait, where's Karzer? He pulled out of it in stealth, looking for the engage. Maybe waiting for the countdown. Abs down. Angel Chaos knocked back. Can't go for the immediate rest. Will they have? They should have the damage to keep him downstate, to be honest. Maybe just damage Knight Jr. down afterwards.
Oof.
Just countered a bit. Already dead from the down state. Re-stealthing and looking for the next target. This is just picking people off one after the other.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect because Ganon can actually just stay on the node and just, you know, he can bomb while anyone comes into the point, and the Feast can just jump off point. So there's pressure in 2 areas. There's pressure on point with the bombs and the AoE coming out from those, and then you've got the 2 Thieves just chasing anyone who's dipping in and out of the point. So actually it kind of works well over there.
And they are so far off point. We actually now have Knight Jr. trying to go for this sneaky res. Oh, Battle Standard coming up, but that's not going to be enough. I think he can be thankful that he got interrupted there. Because I think there was poison on Angel Chaos, and that would not have been enough. for him to get Angel Chaos back up. Too much damage with the poison on there. I'm not too sure if we actually had one on there.
Yeah,
that would have been a big cooldown waste.
Yeah, it would have, especially Honey dying as well over on the mid. I think he would have used that cooldown, they would have died anyway, and they would have just, you know, it still would have lost even more. So yeah, thankful, I think, that he actually wasted that cooldown. We've actually got Abs again under a bit of pressure from Draze and Karzez over here. Carver's really the only guy left on the map as the rest of the red team try to get back on. And I think it's going to not long until Carver's going to take it as well. He's doing a good job at just line of sight. And look at that little parkour move, doing that up on the side of the rock there. He's going to try and dodge as much as he possibly can, trying to use that jump shot to get away, but not with two thieves on your back and someone on point as well.
Maybe a bit of an overextension. Okay, mid is being left open. We see Alka probably move towards that, and the two thieves, they're leaving the waterfall open immediately. Are we going to see a rum move? Is Carver going to rest and just get the decap? Nope. He doesn't want to do that, has poison on there. Don't want to do that. Ganoon and Eternia keeping it neutral against three people. Fourth one coming in. The neutral, keeping it capped, but the neutral comes out now. Abs are there for the additional damage, and they don't even want to go for the third cap now. They don't want to reinforce that. They're just leaving them there, trying to waste as much time as possible while the two thieves keep an eye on both points and just rein in all the lead they're gaining.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty powerful lead at the moment. They need to, if they were going to go to close 3 versus 2, they needed to end it quite quickly because they've got two tanky characters over here, right? They had Ganoon was here at the start as well as Eternia. I wouldn't say that was the best place to go. I mean, Eternia was probably hovering around mid as well, so it got over there quite quickly. Over on the mid,
down, but Abs may be able to take one out quickly. He got the decap on the midpoint. They were a bit preoccupied with Carver. Although the engage was good, it was not enough to get them down immediately. Now Abs kind of the target of Draze. Draze making sure that we see Carver actually going down. And Kaze, because we had an stealthed Abs, it's a good move for him to go back. Even though he was wrong in that assumption, but the idea was good.
Yeah, and that's kind of, it's been a nice way to duke him into thinking that he is going over there, so he wasn't able to come over to the fight over here on the quarry, actually, because they have got a kill. Alcor is down. Maybe they can try and come back off of this fight over on the quarry. That is entirely possible. We got 870-point lead, but they're only at 200, so I think there's still a chance they can come back into this. Honey is in the down state, very performing, trying to get towards her bodies. Oh, yeah, SR comes down. That's not too bad. Abs is in a great place, and actually a nice move from the guys there, going into that SR and then dropping that banner as well. We're going to see. Not too bad from there.
Oh, cap coming out. It's going to be a double out upon cap. No, not quite, because Kaze is there to reinforce or keep neutral the waterfall, and now Carver again has to deal with the double thief combination.
Oh,
one thief, that would have not went well for the thief in that situation, that matchup, but yeah, two can do the job, I feel.
Just that immobilized, just, you know, it really annihilates you. It's absolutely horrible, and there's not really anything he could have done there because Carver's really good at just running around the point, you know, line of sighting and keeping it for a while and sustaining it. And actually, over on the quarry here, Honey is going to lose that cap there on the knockback from Ganoon. Was able to get a really nice knockback. Now, Honey can do some knockbacks of herself, but I think this is just going to be a to and a from until someone from the blue team comes and makes it over, because the rest of the map has seen that Knight is currently in the down state. Abs dead, Carver dead, Angel Chaos on half HP as well. Can't get close to Knight at all to get that res, and it's only a matter of time before that happens. Karzez and Draz come into the into the mid and just end it.
We only now have the respawn. Knight Jr. trying to again pull out the vengeance there and get the res afterwards. He doesn't really have to concern himself with preserving his life, but still, even full commitment on the res doesn't bring back Angel Chaos there. Too much damage. Yeah,
a bit of desperation as well. I mean, there is another thing about that. You know, if he delays his death while he's in a down state, at least, you know, they respawn a little bit closer together so they can team up and regroup in that way, I suppose.
Is that a good idea now? Going 1v2. Carver engaged 1v2 on the waterfall, maybe to keep the two fights out of everything else that is happening. But now they kind of smelled it and went away from that fight, just being kept busy by Ganoon and trying to take out Abs with the engage on the midpoint.
Pack Rune's running, is it the Pack Rune that Ganoon was running with? Yes, okay. So changing it up instead of the whole bracket, so getting that damage just on base rather than relying on that might. But Carver's really in trouble here. Can't dodge anything, and all Gunnar needs to do is just use that one ability and, you know, take some damage there. But Angel Chaos is going to grab onto the waterfall just in time. Not going to go for the res at all. He's just going to literally try and get the full cap there, but he's not going to be able to get it. Ganuni's going to be on node now, trying to use that toolkit to actually negate any of the damage. And now holding Angel Chaos there. We've got the 2 cap across the rest of the map. Carver is still obviously waiting to respawn here. And we have a little mini regroup there, or an attempt to do it. But before they can, Dresden and also Karzes are right on Abs, and Abs taken down low. The blind comes out. He actually blinded both of them there, but successfully, but got stuck, and no one came to his rescue there, Nick.
Well, now Knight Jr. is on the job, but I think that is a bit too late to really do anything.
Too late, yeah.
Basically gave them the both Thieves and the Warrior stolen ability there, which kind of led to their demise. The AoE damage, you can't really deal with that. Immobilized coming out on Knight Jr., that brings him down as well. They are just picking off one person after another. It looks like Honey... Oh, GG was called. Never mind, GG called, and therefore the first win goes over to DraGunners, and that pretty damn clearly.
Yeah, good job from those guys. 2 feats working well for them, indeed. Oh, what's going on?
I hope that was actually a proper GG call. I mean, we did have people just staying in the base. But one person does not make a team, Jebro. One person does not make a team. That is why we normally insist on a confirmation on a GG, just to make sure.
It's all good. We can talk about that another time. At the moment, 463 to 53 points. I think we can be pretty sure that's what they meant. She's the spokes lady for the team. We'll go with that. That was fun. Is this the right map? This is the right map. Hurrah!
Yeah,
Huzzah.
It is. Correct rotation. Somebody in chat asked, why is there still the ESL series? Even the Go4 is ESL, just to mention that. But the ESL Weekly Cup is still around to give other teams who don't think they can or would be able to properly participate in the Go4 an opportunity to just try their hands at a tournament. Kind of a different league of sorts, even though it's not a league.
Well, I mean, it's like the example now on the blue team. I guess you can type while I talk now, because it's probably nicer to hear than me typing. To tell them to get ready.
Oh, yeah.
Because my typing is annoying, especially while I'm talking. Which I know about. I need to get a new keyboard. Anyway, but you can see there was 2 Thieves on the blue team. There is still 2 Thieves on the blue team. And normally you wouldn't see that in a high-end competitive game. And gives people the opportunity to just try some bits and pieces, maybe play what they might enjoy a little more to a degree.
In the last 2 or 3 weeks, rather than this being a place for less experienced teams to try out stuff, it has more developed into a kind of training ground for the higher up teams. This is kind of where they meet, where they try out new combinations and maybe see, can we beat Orange Logo? Can we beat 55? DraGunners now trying to make their name in the scene, and we maybe shall see them making a name right now. Focus Sauron on the red side versus DraGunners on the blue.
So Angel Chaos has indeed gone over towards the temple. We've seen also Alcor trying to take that altar as well. We've got the 2 Thieves still. What do we call this if it's 2 Thieves together? You can't call it a pain train. You've got to call it something else. We'll think of a name as we cast.
The
over on the
stealth train.
Stealth train, yeah, that works.
Stealth bus.
Maybe. Bus. Knight is currently on point now, as Honey has got a lot of pressure on her. Ganon really left to free cast on top there, trucking a load of poison onto the point with all those grenades. You've got to be careful here. Honey has rotated back, actually, over towards the temple now, as Kaz is getting a kill over on it with Angel Chaos. So he did obviously have some support, but Honey and Carver coming back to try and take out one thief as well. Probably just one of them needed there to do that. They're probably worried that maybe the other thief
coming in. Abs in loads of trouble. Got the immobilized poisons on him. That's not going to be an easy rest, but with a battle standard, still a possibility. Kazem in the meantime, not really that well off against Carver. I don't know why he was left alone on that fight, or why he tried to go in by himself.
Or probably just avoided it. Well, I mean, he was there doing the decap, and he was 1v1 versus Angel Chaos, and then Carver and Honey came back. So, yeah, rather than just leaving, he actually just stayed there. But, you know, I mean...
Die like a man, damn it.
Yeah, but he did hold 2 people who are quite essential to the team. So it's not too bad in the end, although he is out of the game at the moment. Red team's still very much in this as Carver starts to go over towards the altar now, trying to take Alcor off point there with the 4th skill on the rifle, but having a bit of trouble here, getting some nice conditions on him as well as he starts to build up his might stacks. Alcor is absolutely fine though, especially versus that Condi. And over on mid, we've seen the downstate of Ganoon now, but it's just looking quite good for Red, making sure that they try and stand
Stealth coming out, but that was not a good idea to go for the rest there, even in the refuge. You know basically where they are, and just AoE in the general direction of Kazi, and he will go down. So the neutral on the midpoint, it is going to be the cap on the midpoint, but the blue team rotating fast enough to get the decap and actually the full cap on the temple.
Overcommittal there probably at mid. 4v2
maybe
actually
it was
in the
necessary.
end. But look, now they're leaving. No, okay, no. Well, maybe it was in this case. Probably you're probably right. Carver did get the actual decap over on that altar as well, so not bad to shift their focus actually, shifting points so much to maybe deal with that thief rotation that they can get around the map so quickly. Why don't we try and just attack all nodes to a degree, hold one, and then attack another one? But they're not actually applying pressure back over on the temple now, because I think they were pushed away. We've got this 1v1 with Abs as well. He's being followed by Drazzer. Drazzer just needs to cleave and actually not able to do that, but he just jumps on the node to keep it contested and will definitely die there.
Yeah, Nigeria coming in from the side. We have the first port coming out. Firmi comes out. Wait, he was on Firmi, was he? Oh, he switched over to Firmi.
I think he switched.
Oh. Just wanted to say, wait, Firmi came out? Is that right?
Yeah.
And in 8 seconds, we're gonna have the first buff. It is stillness, doubles the point income by capture points. No one has buffs at all. This is just a scrimmage. And
Red team are actually really in a disadvantage because they've got no one really to go for it, but they're only respawning now and they're only alive. Characters are currently involved in different fights, so Eternia picks up the free stillness there, so they're going to get 4 caps worth of points every so often, which is going to be pretty nice for them. 3 members of the Red team out of the map at the moment. We can see Honey going back over towards mid. Maybe she'll be able to get the decap there because the only person who's near is Drazzer, and actually we are going to see Ganoon coming into the point as well. She might be able to get a cheeky decap. Not too sure though, as 3 members come in versus Honey in that situation. That's not going to be good. And blue team retaking the altar now as we got some pressure from the Red, trying to get back the temple as soon as possible in... Just against Eternia here as well. Just needs to bail. There you go. He's just left the point. I have to say
that I don't really agree with the decision of Honey just staying in there. I mean, wait, do we have a backup?
They got the decap. Their backup's there, yeah.
How did they get Honey backup? Was that... I didn't see a battle stand. That was too quick.
I didn't see the res there. I was over on the temple there.
That was really quick. Surprising. I just wanted to say I didn't agree with the decision of Honey staying there because she wasn't able to get the decap and just basically took some of took unnecessary DPS pressure.
I mean, the respawn was helpful.
Yeah, the respawn was helpful, but maybe a regroup in general would have been good on that. But we do see 1 cap for each side, and then mid still neutral. First down is on the side of the blue team. We have Drazzer, and there is the AoE going to be enough? No! Just the Ganoon rezzing will do the trick.
The Ganoon. He seems like be like a bit of a beast today, actually. Just, yeah, a bit of a problem there. There was really a complete lack of cleave, to be honest. I mean, Abs was at the top trying to do what he could do in the best position, really. Didn't want to be down there on the floor because there's so much cleave going on. Knight's actually gone down. Blue team have reversed this completely. Drazzer is in the down state as well, but no one's really putting any pressure on him.
Carver's going to go down in a second as well. Abs trying to pour towards him. He is stealth. Carver actually getting out of it alive. Jose's down, getting him back up. Abs would have meant the rally in a couple of seconds anyways, and now they need to be careful with the temple, otherwise that is going to fall in the hands of the blue team as well, because they are clearing up the mid fight pretty good.
Angel Chaos is kind of watching out. It's just using that fire great sword to maybe put the fear of God into Alcor. But Alcor's actually, is he going to go for the fight? He is going to go for the fight, using that sword too to get up the stairs there to try and advance even quicker. We are going to see Abs respawning. Looks like he's going to go for a possible decap. Ganoon knows that's going to be a likely thing, or should know. He did go back up actually, but looks like he's going to go towards Stillness now and actually work his way down the bottom, because we only have 10 seconds left until Tranquility comes up, which of course flips all points into your favor if you are able to get that. And at the moment, Red Team only have 3 members out.
Yeah, even though we do have a good situation on the map in terms of capture points for the Red Team, the situation coming up with you essentially have 5 points, 5 potential points of attack, and if you only have 3 members on the map, this is a huge bonus for the blue team. They can just completely out-rotate them and just overcommit and don't really lose anything. 2v1, no problem.
Not too, but they haven't really lost too much. And actually, I thought they were going to lose out a lot more than they did, because they're all back on the map now, and actually they're all fighting at both buffs. They're fighting on the point over on, well, now they're going to lose out because Angel Chaos has gone down over on the temple, of course. He's going to Vapor Form, so keeping the point contested for a little bit of the time, but we're likely to see that free cap coming out very shortly. Drazza is in the down state. If they can finish him, maybe Honey wants to go for the Stillness. Not sure why she's going for that down there. She could have got the actual free Stillness channel there, but he's going to opt for trying to kill Drazza there instead. Could have
still tried. I mean, Elko now in there. At least go for the decap. One of the two.
Yeah.
You could probably have Angel Chaos now being sneaky on the other side with the decap. Angel Chaos is just going through, kind of with the pressure of the mid buff. Elko couldn't retreat and contest that cap. Doesn't want to give Stillness up.
It's... Yeah, I think it's just decisions like that, and sometimes, you know, where they've been out, they've really tried to outnumber the blue team, but the thing is, because of those 2 thieves, they've been able to get back to points and actually win those fights when Red Team have outnumbered them sometimes. Not saying that Red Team haven't won a lot of fights, because they've actually been winning some, but some of the cleave damage that's going down on bodies hasn't been too amazing. It's just that downing, in which is, you know, blue team have been kind of on, really.
Kazan could actually be in a bit of trouble. Is actually attacked there with a headshot, I think, out of stealth. Kazia just barely alive, but he feels confident with the backup of Ganoon. Maybe wants to keep him busy for sneaky cap back there. Has the refuge back up. Aren't quite able to get Knight Jr. down fast enough, so we won't see a Tranquility anytime soon.
No, it's getting close to the end of the game now. Those 430 points, we might see a cheeky one if they can get a little bit of a decap over on the auto, which is actually what Angel Chaos is trying to do at the moment. But Knight Jr. is down on the bottom buff now, and Ganoon is
such
channeling.
An unfortunate position. From this distance, he would have actually been able to attack. Oh, now with the Vengeance coming out, doesn't get the interrupt. A bit too slow on that one, or well, too slow. The cooldown didn't really give him any other option. If he would have gone down on top of the bridge, he actually would have been able to interrupt from that distance, but no. Under the bridge, nothing can save you there, and that means pretty much the win. We have a Stillness and a Tranquility coming up. Another Stillness coming up, 530, but that really doesn't make any difference anymore. The second win goes over to DraGunners, meaning they are advancing towards the finals.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, there was a situation down at the bottom, just want to note again, where, you know, in the end, they were kind of just the outnumbering and not taking advantage of it fast enough to the point where, you know, it just really doesn't go in their favor at all, and they actually end up losing the fight. That's the red team, sorry. But yeah, I think blue team did pretty well. There was quite a lot of support for each other there. They worked the map well with the 2 thieves and came out on top in the end. Who have we got next?
Next is going to be the final. I think the orange logo Fnatic Plush Griffin.